Alright y'all, welcome back to part 2 of the pond build. Right now, we're pretty much going to lay down some tarps at the bottom. That way no leaves, no sticks, no twigs, no nails or screws that might have fell down can pop our liner. I have 2 of them. They're 6 feet by 8 feet. So I'm going to lay both of them down in the middle on the floor. And after that, we're going to go ahead and lay our tarp down. Here goes, our liner. Here goes our liner. This is a pretty big one, 13 feet by 20. We got this at Home Depot. This was about $150. And then these little tarps are about $5 at Walmart, so they're pretty cheap. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our tarp in, our liner in, staple the liner down to the border. We're gonna go ahead and try to set our pump and filter up and add water to it. And that's pretty much gonna be everything that we do in part 2. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out any big stuff that I see. Since we have a lot of tarp, I'm gonna try to overlap some of it. So I'm gonna take some lace and bring it up to right here. Something like this. And then the same thing on this side. I think I'm gonna staple staple up here like this. Here we go. right, so we're making some progress. Pass me that blue box right there. I'm trying to put some more. All right, so as you guys can see, the tarp is pretty much down. It's stapled all the way around the entire inside and the bottom of the pond. This is pretty much to act as a little barrier between the bottom of the pond and the liner. Give it a little bit more protection so nothing can actually go through and puncture this. So if it punctures the liner, the tarp, it shouldn't get through the liner because the liner is puncture resistant as well. So we just added extra security just in case. We don't want gallons, thousands of gallons of water flowing everywhere. I'm trying to see if I want to put anything over on this side where I have to kind of close up the end. If you watched part 1, that part was never there because I ran out of so I pretty much built all of this right here from scratch to close off and make a corner. So I'm trying to see if I should put some type of tarp over here or cardboard to kind of protect this part of the liner, but we'll see. All right, you guys, as you can see, we got pretty much the whole pond liner set up. We have a lot of extra, which is good. You want to have extra because once you start filling it up with water, it's going to cause pressure, and the whole liner is going to expand and lay flush against the interior of the pond. So you want to have extra on all sides, pretty much even, because like I said, all here, that's all it's like. Once the water sits in there, it's gonna tighten and pull. So once we get some water in there to fill up the inside and get enough tension, then I'm gonna go ahead and staple down the outside and cut off all the extra to make it a lot cleaner and a lot neater. We got a lot of extra everywhere, which is good. And gonna go ahead and get the hose and start putting a little bit of water in here so we can start filling it up. This corner right here, make sure we got okay. And this is gonna be where we connect our pump. Back here, that green outlet. So we're gonna go ahead and put this right here. But this is for our pump slash filter. And then that way we can still use that orange one for our pool, because we have a swimming pool. So we don't want to cut that off, but go ahead and put that right there. And that'll be it. This is pretty much a pretty big pond. Here, hold this. Let me see if y'all can see how big this pond is. Look at me, I can't even touch the top. And my feet ain't even touching the bottom. And I'm about 6 feet tall. So as you can see, this is a pretty long, and there's a pretty big pond. It's about at least 1,500 gallons to 2,000, which is pretty good for big catfish and koi fish, which we're going to eventually put inside of here. And we're gonna get a bunch of big ones. I have a couple small ones right now that you guys probably saw in the other video. I'm growing those up so that once those get a little bit bigger, we're gonna put them in here. But before that, we're gonna try to get some koi fish to kind of help start it out, some goldfish and stuff to cycle it. But let's go ahead and put some water in it. All right, y'all. We're starting to fill it up. Got some water coming in. And like I said, we'll probably fill it up about 12 inches, maybe 12 to 24 inches. That way we can get it to lay out flat 100% even in every direction. And then we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, staple down the top border of the liner. And then we probably go ahead and trim the extra. But pretty much we're gonna be back once we finish. All right, we got at least 4 to 5 inches in here so far. So far everything is looking good. That corner, I gotta fix that corner a little bit. It's not going flat. Those two corners look a little bit out. This one, let me put a little slack in here. For the most part, the weight of the water is gonna fill all the little gaps. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in real quick so I can fix some of these spots. Like this corner right here. Alright, we got about 1.5 foot, maybe 2. Fill the water. We got a couple little leaves in there, but we'll get it all out. But as you guys can see, it's filling up perfectly how we want it. And like I said, as more and more water gets in there, we're gonna pull down all the slack out of it and take our staple gun and staple it up all the way around, cut the excess off, make it look more clean, and our pond will be almost complete. And then in this box right here, we have our pump. So it is actually a pump and a filter inside of there. And it has a UV light in there, everything. So it's a pretty top of the line filtration system. And I do have all the chemicals for the water so we can get all the chlorine and stuff out of there. We have the API quick. We don't have any quick start. We have the top water conditioner and we have stress coat. I'm gonna get some quick start to also get the bacteria and the nitrate cycle going. And like I said, I'm gonna get like maybe some goldfish or some just to put in the water to help cycle it faster. But we're almost halfway filled. We'll be back once we are at the top. All right, y'all. The pond is pretty much filled up. We have maybe, the water's like right here. So we got maybe like another foot that we can go up. I'm just gonna leave this like this for now, just for a couple of days to see how it holds water. Make sure all of our pallets and stuff stay intact and nothing comes apart before we actually put the filter in and the pump. But pretty much that is it. This is pretty much a DIY pond for your backyard, made out of pallets and wood on all sides. There's 3 this way, 3 that way, 1 there, 1 there. And then back there in that corner is going to be, on the floor is going to be our filter and pump, which is right here in that box. And after that, pretty much the whole pond will be ready and complete. And then once we get the pond cycled, we can go ahead and add fish. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you guys can see part 3 to the pond build, so you guys can see the journey that we take. Comment down below what type of fish you guys want to see inside of this pond. Comment down below any ideas that you guys think I should do next as another project. See you guys in the next video.